Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, as you've seen, she's first walked in. This Dozer's without a motor. I didn't get to do a whole lot of updating or videoing as I was kind of working on because I didn't have my camera and I didn't really mean to work on this thing and not video it. Just kind of would come over here at the shop and be doing something, or I'd come over to start cutting wood and things would fall through, and it's like, well, it started raining, or kind of a little bit too cold. One day it was kind of too cold, it was kind of raining the next day, and it's like, well, we'll just kind of start working on this Dozer a little bit, because I haven't been doing a lot of video on the wood processing, because you don't want to see a lot of repetitive things about the firewood and blah, blah, blah. So that's the way the Dozer is now. I took the sweeps off of it, pulled the nose cone off of it. We ended up getting the motor turning, but we couldn't make it turn all the way around, which that's what I was doing outside, and I thought I was doing something wrong, but kind of find out I wasn't. What was ended up happening is, since this was open, which this is where on the back side here, this is where the the injection pump would set. So the injection pump was set right here, and there's a little gear that comes out here where the injection pump sets on. Well, that was kind of binding up, and what was happening is, since this was open, a dirt dauber had got into one of these and laid a nest, and so it'd spin. Well, we broke the dirt dauber's nest off, but it still had just a little bit of dirt in it where it wouldn't spin around. So that was kind of the reason why we pulled it up, because we couldn't figure it out. And we pulled the motor out of it because it was like, well, maybe one of these had broke, got bound up, fell down off in here and got bound up, which that's, that stuff don't normally happen, but it can, since this thing's been set and we didn't know. And it's literally 4 bolts pull this thing out, and 4 hydraulic hoses, and everything was already unhooked from previous owner. Already had a lot of the stuff unhooked, and we had hooked some stuff while we was working on it outside on the trailer. So it literally took me 30 minutes. He hadn't been feeling very good, and he kind of told me what I need to do, what wrenches I needed and stuff, and so, but I got to replace that and little hydraulic lines that come off here to pretty much the radiator, the cooler there. I'm going to replace them. There's a few things I'm going to replace. I'm still looking into the transmission part, I think. Because this one don't have a lot of give to it. It don't have no give pressure back like this one does. And it's got more cushion to it. This one don't. So Dad thinks that's just an adjustment issue. And part of the parking brake that runs it is still froze up a little bit. So I've got to free that up. And I was actually starting to do that, and my wife called and said we have to get to the hospital because we welcomed our newest baby girl to the world this past week. So she's actually a couple of days old, and so I haven't really been back on this Dozer, which is not a big deal. But now got everything kind of squared away, and I'm kind of going to start messing with this. But I've got a call. What we're going to do now, since we got the motor apart, we got the tool apart, looking at it and stuff, we want to kind of look at it and see what's going on. This right here, number 3, I guess you'd count since 1, 2, 3, or maybe it's 1, 2, 3. I don't know which way they count them. But either way, this one right here, it's got a little bit more wear to it. The sleeve does, and when we pulled it out, the rings on it, the top ring broke. It had been broke, so it's like, well, we could re-ring it, hone it out, and maybe pull these jugs out and put new oil rings on them. But it's like, well, if we're going to go through that kind of trouble, why not just fully rebuild it? So that's what we're going to do. I've come down here. I've got to pull the motor around, get the numbers off of it, call and get a rebuild kit for it. Dad's already got the what do you call them? The main bearings. Already got them, and so yeah, he was going to pull the crank out for me while I was up there in the hospital, but he didn't get to that. But it's not a big deal. So I'm going to get the number for it, and I've also got another issue. We've had a lot of issues. The skid steer, the window broke. The window with the front door broke on it. I had to replace it. That was a freaking nightmare. But I went back with the Lexan glass, and I don't know if I did myself any favors because that thing is kind of a pistol to work on to get adjusted. And the new ring and like window gaskets, I've kind of had some adjustment issues, but I think I've got that lined out. But what my other issue is, I went over to start my excavator the other day when we've had a lot of cold weather, so it's just like, well, I started warming up, ready to start it. I had to kind of warm up a little bit and to see if it would start while I was feeding cows. And I had no lights. I was like, well, the battery's dead, and got to looking. Every bit of my wiring harness in it is chewed up. So I've had either a squirrel or a rat get in there and chew it all up. I've got the wiring harness, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go start kind of working on that. See what I'm going to do. I'm going to steal Dad's his tools. Got to pick them all up. They're laying around here somewhere. Do that and then start working on that. So yeah, it's been one of them deals. So get this turned over and get that thing loaded, and then we'll go to the excavator. Well, back over at the excavator, got my parts ordered, so I want to start working on this, doing what I can. I've already kind of done a few things just to kind of check some things out. Get this out of the way. This is my cover for my fuse panel, not my breakers. But this is just a truck seat I had on from an old truck, my old pickup that I had, and I put it on there because I put a new seat on, and I didn't want it to get messed up. And you can see they've shredded it. I just had this seat not in just a couple of weeks, and I had a mouse chew that up. If you can see in there, they chewed that up. So I mean, it's not that big a deal, but I didn't have that seat for like a week, and they chewed that spot up. And I was leaving mouse traps in there, and I put one up there inside, so I don't know what happened. Like, it got stuck, I must have chewed through it or whatever, but so shouldn't be any more damage. As you can see, they chewed that up, which it goes to, it's mainly my AC system, because it goes to there and there, which I know this goes to here, because I've traced a lot of this out, and I'm assuming this wire right here is for my lockout. And it runs, but like they've shredded a lot of it, and way down deep. So like I may have to. I don't know if I didn't get the wiring harness for this part. I don't think, but and like that. So a lot of this I'm going to probably have to end up splicing into and refixing. But so far I've got this part and this main wiring harness. I'm hoping I've got everything, because when I ordered it and it showed it said main wiring harness, but like this wiring harness, this little wiring harness right here, I have no idea where that goes. I can't find where it goes to. I can't find that black and green wire. So I don't know. And they also, I don't know how they did it, but they popped this loose. So I'm not real for sure. And that right there may go to that. I'm not real totally for sure, but they've done a number on it. And I may, while I'm here, when I get it all hooked in and stuff, I may put a new radio in it, because this is messed up. The radio works, it's just you can't see what's going on. The bars are broke in it, so you really can't see what's going on in the radio wise. But like once you kind of go through and get through the static and get to the stations, I mean, it works. There's nothing really wrong with it. But I may change that out and put a Bluetooth in. But this is my big thing. I'm really hoping, because we've had this seat out, we've had all this stuff out once before. We replaced that, and while we was down here, we went ahead and took the AC system out, and I think I also put a selector speed switch in it for like the high and low and stuff. Had to put one of them in it while I was in it, and we went ahead and cleaned all the condenser and stuff out of it, because you know, who knows what they've done with it. This thing has got really low hours. Had like, I think like 22 when we got it. 20, no, I didn't have that. 25, I think 2,500 hours on it. So we're in there, 26. And I haven't really done a whole lot on it. So this thing's really low hour. It's an 07 model. And which I knew that. So I was like, well, when I found it out, I was like, well, I'll just see what another one of these cost. Just for, you know, shits and giggles. I found two. One was burnt, one had 8,000 arrows on it, and I was like, yeah, I don't think so. No, thank you. Especially when this is really low hourred. But they've chewed this stuff up. I've got one in there. I got a trap, but they've chewed all the inside of that stuff up. So it's like, yeah. It's like, why would they chew? I mean, and I didn't really think about it when I parked this in the hayfield, because I was kind of cleaning out the creek a little bit, and I didn't really think about it, about like field mice. But I guess they found, they needed to find a warm spot to go, and they found it. Because they have absolutely destroyed this machine. It's made me sick. But I did end up getting the wiring harness for it installed, and I was lucky to get it, because he told me, a case dealer man, he told me that's it. So I'm hoping everything's there, like all the little wiring harnesses, because there's a fuse box. So I'm hoping every little thing that I need is right there, because he said that's the only thing he could get. And he said that was the only one in North America for a 135. So if someone's needing a wiring harness for a 135 and they can't find one, I bought the last one. So I don't think I'm not going to get this in today, or all of it, because I'm going to work on the seat, get it out, and it's starting to kind of get where I can actually get to it. That's what I'm going to work on today. But I just wanted to bring this out to kind of show you what I'm actually working with. Just like a wad of hair. And it might be a nightmare, but I hope it won't be. So, let's get to it. Alrighty. Got the seat out, so. Whew. Oh, man. I guess check the phone for a second. Take a small break. I need a small break. Take the seat out. It's kind of hard work for me. Do a little snappy snappy. This thing's dirty. I don't like it dirty. I don't like dirty. Alright, see what I can do. Well, gotta be careful with that. That's really fragile. And I like to try to put my screws back wherever I got them. That way I don't get nothing mixed up. Nothing lost. extension. Ow. Let's see what we're doing. Oh, it's fragile. That's fragile. Stay. Okay. Let's see what I'm working with here. Put it in there. Okay. I guess I'm gonna need my harness. And I don't know if there's a right way or wrong way how to go about this, because I mean, really, I really need to get to the AC system down here to make sure there's no dead critters in there. So I made this run my wiring harness because my wiring harness doesn't have anything to do with this right here per se. I'm not real sure where that goes yet. Oh. Alright, let's see here. And I don't know if all this goes to the engine or what, because this is like, I was told this is everything. So I want to assume it goes like that. Okay. Whoa. 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 I've got all my breakers. So this ain't gonna be no 30-minute job. It's gonna be work a little bit, probably quit. Before a person gets pissed. Because pickles could get pissed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and take the breaker out. See, because it's, well, it comes with fuses. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one out that I haven't mounted. And I can start kind of take one out, plug one in. Process elimination like that. I think that'd be the best way to do it. Trying to get it laid in there the way it was. So that goes there. Oh, this stuff goes here. So I didn't bring side cutters. So this is green, white, that's going to go right there to that. See, there's a big one. There's a big one. Okay, there's that. Well, good morning. So yesterday, I worked till I couldn't work no more. And get some of this stuff out of the way before it gets broke. I got myself to a stopping spot. I found a couple of my plug-ins. You can see they're pretty well chewed up. I played with one. I got one of the keepers out, so I'm going to try to use these the best I can. If not, I've got some prongs to sit on them to make them work for what I need to do. I've got my wiring box here. Oh, I forgot zip ties. I knew I was forgetting something. So like these two wires here, I think works this right here. So your lock in and lock out, your safety mechanism. I think that's what these wires go to, which is this plug in here. And I've traced it and I found it. It was taped right there. So it goes there. So I think that's what that's for. And I've got this and these. I think they circle around because there's a wiring harness here. I think that's where these two goes. And then I'm still wondering about this one. I don't know where exactly that goes to. And I'm kind of wondering if it don't go. No, it won't go there. I've got two wiring I've got another little wiring harness here. You can see they're really small, but the wire is messed up way back in here, just about where it comes into the motor. So I'm wondering if these two wires don't go to the resistor, which goes to the AC system. And I'm wondering if these don't run the resistor switch. And then I've got to splice that. I got to fix that. I'm gonna cut that all out, and I'm just gonna restart new because it's chewed up right there. So I'm gonna just pull the prong out and just redo it. These ain't really hard to pull out. They got a little keeper. See if I can set y'all somewhere. Stay. And they got a little keeper on them right here, and you just mash that down, and then you can just pull these right out, and then you just have to take it, once you get it set back in there, you just take your pick and go back in this other side, whichever way you need it, and pull it back up to where to lock it in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reuse these and go from there. So this one, yeah, this one went like that. They went like that right there. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. And there's another one that went to my AC system to run the vents. I don't no longer need that. I may put this in my wiring box just in case I ever need this, or something happens again. I'm going to save my old wiring harness anyways, just in case something does happen. I've got a spare, or I can use it to splice back into, which hopefully I will never need to. I did put a lot of rat poison in this thing, and I keep a lot of rat poison in it, but I don't know why they would have got in here. But we did have a few cold weeks, so I'm wondering if that didn't have something to do with it, or they just kind of didn't care and got in here anyways. And I did find a nest underneath the turntable. There's a hole underneath the turntable on this thing, and there's a bunch of this insulation stuffed off in it. So I'm wondering, get you situated here. So I'm wondering if that's where our nest is. I'm going to clean that out also. So I'm going to work on this and end up taking, I'm going to move a little bit. I'm going to have to end up taking this apart, which I'll end up having to take these joysticks and lay them off the side. Probably should have brought me a bungee cord. Yeah, that way I can get down off in here, because I need to get off in here to the AC system. There's part of my seat. Because I want to make sure, I want to take it apart, make sure there ain't no dead critters in there. Because I do not want to have to smell them things. So, let's get to it. Well, I got it put together, so I'm gonna just show you here. I didn't get it all put together because I was working on, I've got a problem. This little plug-in here is bigger than the plug-in that goes, got this messed up here. that goes into my little actuator motor that runs my temperature control valve right here. And this is what runs the antifreeze. Comes up into here, goes into this line, and then goes straight into my heater core there. And I'm having problems trying to find that actuator. If I could find that actuator, the newer version that would plug into that would be great. Which there's nothing wrong with the old actuator, it's just the plug-in's different. So what I was trying to do, you can see the wires are pretty much the same, except I got an orange, I got a red in my old one, and I've got a white with a blue stripe. Well, I've got a white wire with a blue wire, and then a black. So I'm assuming I was trying to mess with it back and forth. I got the AC going, and everything was working. It starts, runs. I don't know about my fuel gauge. It is really low on fuel, so that could be part of the problem. But set this down. You can see the mice had chewed a hole in my seat, and this is a brand new seat. It don't look like it, but it is. So I had a seat cover on it. But my temperature would blink. If I'd shut it off and on real quick, I could adjust it, and I could watch that move just a little bit, but I don't know if it's getting good connection or what. But me messing with it, I don't know if it was me, but there is a computer that sits right here, and it burns that computer out that goes in them two green plug-ins. You can see that green plug-in on that one. The actuator looks just like that with that kind of plug-in, and I can't get that actuator for that one over there. That one I can get, because I just replaced that one not too long ago. So I don't know why they're having problems for that one. And they even, one case dealer quoted me $800, and I don't even know if that's right, because he don't even know for sure. So, but I ordered this. It fried that little computer module for my AC system, heat and AC, and it's $600. But I can put it together and move the seat up, fold it down, and I can get to it. So that's pretty easy. You can see I put styrofoam or spray foam in all my little cracks. So hopefully I won't have no more mice get in it. And I've really filled that one up. Kind of looks like crap, but you're not gonna really see it. And it's, you know, it is what it is. It's gonna serve its purpose, because this thing's only got 2,800 hours on it. This thing's in really good shape, and so I'm trying to keep it that way. And it's took me about 3 days to work on this thing, because it is kind of a cantankerous. It's really tight to get to, and I just want to keep it nice. I know it's not all beat up. So I just want to keep it nice. I mean, even the counterweight back here, it's not all beat up. Usually these are all scarred up. It's not the case on this one. So I want to keep it nice. I mean, the only thing wrong with it is that dent, and I bought it like that. It's the only thing wrong with it. So everything works on it besides the light. I knocked the headlight off of it, which I really don't need the light. But I'm gonna probably replace it, because this and the boom light on it is gone also. It didn't have one. But I'm probably gonna replace them later on. I don't really need them. I don't really work this thing at night, but I'm kinda, if it's got it, I want it on it. I wanna keep it fixed. But I've got the little guard here, the little shield that goes to it. So I'm waiting on a case guy to get back with me about this, see about like getting a wiring diagram so I can plug that in, and then get my computer module for it and plug it all up, and it should be good to go. It runs, it drives. It was sitting over there. I moved it over here and just kind of get it, kind of move it. But yeah, so this is the end of the video. If you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button, and like always, I'll catch you the next one. See you guys.